legit just went live. He said hello and welcome, and boop, there was a Judy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be. That was fantastic timing. Before we all get in character, we can all just...
Why get in character?
Oh, look at that. Look at that overlay. Oh, maybe not. Sort out Violet's camera a bit first. There we go. Wonderful. Welcome to this week's Oxford by Night. Cameras still aren't quite right. No idea what happened to the cameras this week. I'm sorry, everyone. Naturally, I will beat Lantre with a wet fish to make up for it.
Why wet fish?
Because it makes a more pleasing noise.
Oh, I was going to say, please don't tell me it'll hurt more, because that's a spoon.
No, that's for getting out eyeballs.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's a heart.
What? Robin Hood.
Oh, there.
Cousin, why a spoon? Because they'll hurt more.
I get that reference.
I hope so. I mean, I really hope
Okay.
so. You might be like, a wee bit younger than me, like dreadfully wee bit younger than me, but still, I'm hoping you get that reference.
Oh, I went to see that in the cinema. It's fine. It's fine. These kids
Oh, I
don't
did too.
understand. Oh, cool.
Which kid?
Those kids over there.
I was there. I
Get
know
off our
that.
For
lawn.
decades here, what you talking about?
I know.
More than 3
I'm
decades.
feeling some shade coming on, my dude.
Am I actually playing Tiffany this game, and is that what's happening?
Oh, lol.
Awakening for the night in the city of Oxford this week is Lantre of the Clan Tremere, played by Kendu. Pleased to arouse Trick to awaken from your torpor rest.
It's not registering.
Refresh Roll20, it does that sometimes. In the meantime, Junie, do you need to heal?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
I'm good.
You may stake 1 hunger, but do not go below 1. And
Yes.
take your resolve or your composure, whichever is higher, and add it to your willpower tracker. Do not exceed your maximum willpower. Lantre, you ready to do that rouse check?
Still not working. Let me try a different browser, sorry.
Bloody usurpers.
I do what I want.
Do, 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 do.
While we wait, Violet of the Nosferatu, played by Dark Scarlet from Check D's Out. Please do arouse Check to arise from your torpor state.
Uh-oh.
Roll20's working.
Start the API then. It has been a bit finicky this week.
Refreshing.
Girl Tunny, please do something to wait from your torpors, please.
Right.
Okay, Fringy worked. Okay, it's working for me. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, gain a hunger, Lantre. Gain a hunger, Violet.
No.
Patricia Wright of the Clan of Kings, played by Astrid. From the family. We've got to think of a better name for you. From Cajun by Night server. There we go. I'm going to put that in now.
I approve.
Please arouse check. Wonderful. And last but not least, Lucy of the Clan of Shadows, played by Junie Von Esch. On the RPG table, please do arouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber.
No!
Getting hungrier tonight.
I was at 0 and now I'm at 1. The sigh.
We start this week in Lantre's Haven. It's seen better days. Earlier in the
Apparently.
week, Lontre has asked to meet with Violet in his library like Haven. She arrives promptly as not to keep Lontre waiting, and the two take a seat over a large, well-polished wooden table. Lontre places his clasped hands upon the table, leans forward, and begins his talk with Violet.
How have you been, dear Pixie?
Oh, fine. Your haven looks lovely, by the way.
It's a bit messy right now. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Thank you, though.
I could help.
Oh, I mean, if you want to get together one of these nights and do so, that'd be awesome. You know, get it all cleaned and
course.
polished up. Still trying to move into the city, you know?
I understand.
Speaking of, how are things coming your way? Are you still with, your lovely cuddle pile? Or...
Of course. That way, I get to, get all the secrets.
You always have been a good one for secrets. So, Archons, then. Did you ever see that one coming?
It would come earlier, to be honest. We should have been earlier.
That's fair. You have always been most loyal and faithful to the Camarilla. I'm surprised it took them so long.
Have to. All the things we've done. We've done some great things. We should have been recognized sooner.
This is true. I mean, I remember back in... Oh, our old coterie back in, Oh boy, it's almost 80 years ago now. Boy, it's been a while.
Time.
Seems to lose meaning as the years goes by, doesn't it?
Faces change. Places always do. But you're always there.
Yes, we've been through a lot together, and so apparently has this haven. But the three of us will keep going.
Always. Even though with Archons, we have a larger target on our back, yes?
That's my concern. That's my concern. Which is one reason I called you here tonight. Do you remember last we visited the Tremere Haven? I gave you something for safekeeping. The ashes. Sorry, you cut out there. I didn't hear you.
Do you want them?
I think it might be time soon, but not now. I just wanted to make sure they were safe. We'll have much more scrutiny on us now as Archons than we had before.
Bigger targets. But we are listened to more. Obeyed, even.
As should be. As should be. I mean, what was it? Close to 200 years ago now, when we first worked together? In our first coterie?
Yes. 200. Way before some of the new ones were born.
Indeed, indeed. I wonder whatever became of that artifact we had to find. It would be most useful now.
And in Feratu's hand. Maybe?
Oh. I thought I had been lost. You have always been a fabulous keeper of secrets. Wonderful. Well, if you could start going about getting those ashes, I would like to begin looking into the precariousness of our situation.
How so?
Well, if you recall, our new Chimera Primogen, that's kind of a choker, but he'll do for now. Our new Chimera Primogen is convinced that they came from Mithras, but we heard that Mithras seems to be walking about fine. But there was something quite strange about the ashes, and if they've fallen into our hands, I feel due diligence might be in order.
You can do more research to find who the ashes they could be, if you like.
I hesitate to ask such a thing of you, or I hate to put you in harm's way, but I feel we both have a target right now on our backs. It might be important to start looking, but I might put it back in. I don't know. What do you think of putting it in the Primogen's hands? If something goes wrong, it's his head, not ours. Need to give him the power, though.
He could use it, and if we don't want him in power,
I love the way you think. We will keep it for now, then. Yes, I think we should begin looking. And, I would like to prod our not very diligent Primogen to begin his tasks that I have set him up to. Speaking of, as I always tell you everything, did I tell you that we're hoping to expand our knowledge of the blood magics? The new Primogen and I.
oh, with books? Or how would you learn more?
Let's say a sharing of knowledge with the other side of the coin. You remember our friend, the ghost, Isaac, yes? His clan is most interesting. I'd be interested to know a little bit more about what they are able to do. You see what I'm saying?
Necromancy, then.
Two sides of a coin, death and life, yes? Perhaps nothing will come of it, but I think it might help us in our search as well for what is going on with these ashes. Well, more avenues are always better than fewer.
Good plan. You can't really trust the Hakata.
Well, you can't really trust the Chimera either. My dear Pixie, we will be careful. We will be careful. But thank you for the warning.
Always. You know I will protect you.
And you, even if I cannot single-handedly crush werewolves. Maybe someday. I don't know how you managed to do that. That was amazing.
Can always train you up.
Yes, indeed. I wish we'd been able to keep a trophy. It would have just hung very nicely, but the danger was too much.
Could have made some fluffy slippers.
Of course you would go for slippers. Oh dear. Well, I fear we should not keep the rest of our newest coterie waiting, but I think we should be careful. think we should be careful with our coterie this time, dear Violet.
Oh,
They're more
don't want
powerful.
them to die, you mean?
I'm sorry?
Don't want them to die.
Oh no. But they also seem to hold some interesting power. I mean, one of them holds the same position we do, and that's not a position given lightly. And she seems to be young, so I'm treading carefully for now.
I'll look into connections.
Just be careful. Be careful. I know you're more careful than I ever am, but I just worry about you.
You shouldn't worry about me. They're not the only one with connections, you know that.
Indeed, but I always worry about the one I care for. But it seems we must begin our night.
Violet gets up and goes.
Slightly later in the week, Violet is stalking the streets of Oxford, getting a lay of the land and trying to learn about the movements of various kindred and kine of the Night City. As she is carefully making her way through the streets, she bumps into a young lady with long black hair and pigtails. Her strange, older style of dress, with black frills, reaches down to her knees and is accented by the long green and black striped socks she wears that match the dark green eyes the young lady has. Violet looks into the young woman's eyes as she speaks. I'm going to need you to make a roll in a minute, please, Violet. Intelligence and resolve.
Ooh.
And she says, "We will meet again later. When we do, make sure the others with you all listen to me." And she's using Mesmerize with Submerge Directive. Don't know if I have enough space for all these dice.
Never a good thing to hear.
That is a success. For her.
Ugh,
I don't believe it.
lies.
Good little rabbit. Take care, and a very merry unbirthday to you. The young woman skips off out of sight of Violet, and out of the corner of her eye, she spots a man walk down an alleyway. Violet knows that the alley is deserted, and would make for very easy prey. Would you like to follow the man to feed?
Yes.
Violet swiftly but silently advances towards and down the alleyway. She catches sight of the helpless man halfway down, and knows she must act swiftly if she is to catch him.
I'm going to take a quick peek for cameras just in case.
I'll let you have that for free, because you
Ah.
know this alleyway. This alleyway is out of reach of cameras. It's dark. It's one of those alleyways that people shouldn't really go down because they meet people with cricket bats down them.
I mean... Okay, then I'm just literally going to rush him. 'Cause I'm hungry
Strength.
and I want to play with my food a little bit.
Do your predator roll for me, please.
Where is that?
That should be under Blood and XP.
Oh. Yeah.
I believe yours is Strength and Brawl.
Yes. Nice.
Perfect. Violet pounces on the unsuspecting man, pinning him down, forcing his head to the floor. as she puts her hand on the back of his head. She extends her 4 fangs and bites violently into the man's flesh, drinking deeply from the body-warm liquid inside and energizing herself. How much would you like to take?
Need to kill him, so just one will do for me, please.
You may slake 1 hunger. And he released the man as he forgets that he's being restrained and quite enjoys the feel of the deep kiss.
I ruffle his hair before I leave him.
Just before the coterie decide to meet up for the night, Lantre has been sent a message from the only other Tremere in the city. It seems Mark Nelson followed Lantre's advice and has sought out assistance and wishes Lantre to meet with Nelson's new contact in the burned-out former pub. Lantre has hiked his way through the city and awaits the arrival of the mysterious contact inside the remains of the burned-out hulk of a pub. The same one he met with Mark Nelson before he made his proposal. He is about to give up his weight, thinking his contact is a no-show, when from the shadows he hears someone else make their arrival. Good evening, Mr. Lantre. Please forgive me for being late. Finding your way around a new city can be quite difficult.
Good evening, and please do not worry, we have much time. I appreciate you taking a moment to meet with me.
Mr. Nelson has informed me of some of the state of affairs here in Oxford. It seems we may be of assistance to each other.
That's what I am hoping. This place is a bit of a mess on multiple fronts, and I fear war might be coming, and I would like to make sure that the Camarilla comes out on top.
Man walks through the burned-out remains and sits opposite you. Makes eye contact with you. And he says, "First of all, tell me what you have discovered within the abandoned chantry." Could you roll for me composure and wits, please?
Can I blood surge?
Yep.
I add the hunger before or after my next roll?
For a blood surge, you add it now. For a discipline roll, you add it after you've rolled the discipline.
Thank you. So I do composure and wits plus my blood potency, yes?
Composure, wits, what is your blood potency?
3.
You add 3 dice, yeah. Okay, I'm going to reroll.
Well, can I reroll 2?
Yeah, you can.
It costs willpower, yeah?
Yeah, that's a superficial willpower damage.
And I can reroll up to 3, yes?
Correct. But you can't reroll any hunger.
Oh! Phew, I pushed the wrong button. Sorry.
I know.
I need to push willpower reroll. Sorry. I pushed the
It's the
wrong button.
WP reroll button underneath the willpower bar.
Yeah, sorry.
It's alright. Damn. Okay.
Okay.
That's definitely going to you. So you don't fall victim to entrancement. But the question still remains of, first of all, tell me what you have discovered within the abandoned chantry.
He's speaking of the Tremere, old Tremere Haven, right?
Yes.
Okay. That information is a fair question, considering the contract we are trying to broker. Currently, nothing. There is nothing there at all. I'm gonna need to do I'm gonna need to do subterfuge and lying here, but there is nothing. I simply found Mark Nelson there. Weakened, but now they even belong to the Banu Hakim.
Manipulation and subterfuge, please.
Can I add 1 dice for my impeccable eyes?
Yes. A Tremere with impeccable lies? Oh,
Impossible.
I see. Have you uncovered anything related to Mithras's final death?
Well, I've heard tell that he still seems to be alive. So, for now, I am looking into that myself. I would be as interested as you are in knowing what the state of affairs isn't that, considering the entire disappearance of the Tremere in the city anyway. As you well know, he did not particularly care for my clan.
I will consider this information and see what I can start to plan so that we may start to claim the glory that is due.
Indeed.
It is customary to share a meal when a business deal is completed where I am from. Won't you indulge me?
I don't think I brought anyone with me.
That's fine. The man lifts his right hand and clicks his fingers as a somewhat young man, barely in his 20s, eagerly walks in and bows his head towards his regnant. He instinctively raises his left arm and rolls up his shirt sleeve, exposing his flesh, as the man across the table from Lantre fiercely bites into the mortal. He hesitated. That won't do now, will it? The young man, nervously, frantically shakes his head, agreeing with the powerful man, as the vampire opens a small wound on his wrist and places it over the young man's mouth, letting the thick crimson liquid slowly trickle into the ghoul's mouth. Lantre, please.
Sorry, I'm reading what this is real quick.
But you can't act on it, because that's mettering.
Oh, okay. So, but I know, okay. So now I have to feed. Okay. I guess I don't have a choice.
Feeding then?
I mean, I saw him make the ghoul drink from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeopardy music inserted here. So I have no idea what it does, but if I saw anyone do that, I would be leery anyway.
Would you though? I mean, it's just a ghoul and he's making a ghoul. A Tremere especially would be familiar with the ghouling process.
Okay, I guess let me see, do I have any roll that I can roll to see if something seems off? Nope. Alright, then here we go, let's feed.
Okay, and I'll let you do that for free. And you are now at a level 3 blood bond to Vaticinium, who is a member of the Sabbat.
How much hunger am I slaking?
You will be able to sake 2, but not go below 1.
Okay.
Now you know why I had this discussion with you about blood bonds during the week.
I am indeed unhappy. But of
Good.
course, Lantre doesn't know.
Nope. We should meet up regularly, Lantre. I will wish to know everything that is going on. And he seems to stare off for a brief moment before he slams an open fist down on the table and reveals he crushed a spider.
So, just to get this straight, who is this guy? Dear storyteller?
Oh, let me just give you the whole backstory and we can overrule
no,
going
no,
through
no,
the
no.
actual game,
You
shall
said-
we?
No, you said from Mark Nelson, so I thought this was the guy from Hecata.
Very big
Okay,
question
whatever.
mark.
Okay.
Welcome to TTRPGs, Ken Daddy.
All right. Yes, I look forward to sharing information.
And I look forward to having information shared with me. You may go.
Lantre is gonna get up, the bridling a bit at being dismissed, but still.
No, you
leave.
wouldn't.
No?
Not a level 3 blood bond.
Oh, okay. I'll get up and happily skip my way out.
You would basically die for this man now.
You love
How
him.
exciting.
Like, level 3 is the strongest level of blood bond game.
Wait
Level
till you
6
see what else they
mechanically.
can do.
Okay.
If this man asked you to crawl over broken glass with your flies open, you'd say, how many times?
Ooh, yikes.
Which brings us to slightly later in the evening. The coterie have met together outside of the Oxford police station. The constable uses as an office to give him a report on Nagaki. Oh god, my terrible grammar there. The coterie have met together at the Oxford police station that the constable uses as an office to give him a report on Nagaki. I need to write grammar into my notes. I don't do that. They head inside the concrete mausoleum, weaving their ways in between parked police cars under the fluorescent lighting, and head through the metal door on the wall. The constable lowers his pen, as always, and stands to greet the assembled kindred. Good evening, all. Please, take a seat. First of all, Justicar Elfried has to attend to other business tonight and will be unable to join you. Expect this to happen from time to time. The concerns of a Justicar are never ending. Nagaki, were you successful in following up the lead? What did you discover?
Well, we got interrupted in the middle of our work.
Interrupted how?
They went off in different directions. We followed one. But we've learned that they seem to be moving things throughout the city.
What kind of things?
Food.
Food. Such as apples and oranges?
We're not sure yet. We don't exactly speak their language, but we were able to discern that they're moving food. So we're trying to discover what they're doing now.
Not that I won't take your word for it, but Archon Patricia, Is this true? And accurate?
As I told you not all that long ago. If any of these try to pull the wool over your eyes in front of you, they will come to regret it. He speaks true.
Very well. There is a matter of great importance that has come to my attention. I am unable to trust this task with any kindred in the city. Sometime a few months ago there was an incident that led to the Ventru Primogen's death. This has resulted in ongoing repercussions that could not have been foreseen. Violet, I need you to lead the coterie through the sewers. Head north. There is only one path for you to take. When the sewers end, you will find one of the Nosferatu oubliettes scattered throughout the city. They only open to Nosferatu vitae. Open a wound and spatter your blood upon the wall. It will then open for you and the rest of the coterie. This area is off limits to other Nosferatu, and no other kindred knows of this way in, so you should not be disturbed. Enter inside and search the area. We need every loose end tied to the Primogen cut. You will be searching for clues to these loose ends, and then terminating them. There are many loose ends to deal with. It would be impossible to tell which are related to the Primogen. His death was sudden and unexpected. Due to a need for this task to be dealt with quietly, and without being spread to other kindred in the city, I believe you are all perfectly suited to this task. Return to me, should you need advice on how to proceed with leads you find, but do not let people know what you are looking into. Any questions?
Why must we keep it secret?
It cannot be known that the Primogen had loose ends. It would cause a scandal in society. And right now we need the Camarilla unified.
Do we have a definition of what loose ends is?
It is hard to
As in-
tell, but as we all travel through the night, we make connections to objects, people, kindred. All of these loose ends that are tied to the former Primogen Griffin have been left open. We need the wound sealed, so it may heal.
Understood. Clearly. Crystal, I might say.
Wonderful. Please, walk safely into the night.
Landry will stand and give a bow.
Violet curtsies and twirls out.
Lucy will stand and nod and leave.
Yep, standard standing, adjusting clothes, nod from the heels, shoulders back, head high, head out.
The coterie make their way weaving through the parked cars inside of the underground car park and walk out of a police station onto the streets of Oxford. Is there anything you wish to discuss before descending straight into the sewers?
I'm going to turn and look straight at Patricia.
Child.
We give a bit of a chuckle. Do we not wish the constable to know about the Church of Set?
It's, in my experience, dirty tea that if you are to bring things of their nature to those such as the constable, You should have everything possible. You should be prepared. Have contingencies in place. Because if you're not fully prepared for them, you're not fully preparing who you're making aware.
Thank you. I was just curious as to why you covered for me. I respect your decision and your wishes, and we will be careful.
As one should when serpents are involved.
Indeed. Onward, the dirty tunnels.
That dirty, you know. We keep good tidy of them.
Yes, dear Violet, I'm sure.
The coterie descend into the sewers. Oh, sorry, please.
No, I was just going to say I'm going to lead them to the nearest sewer opening.
Yeah.
I'll hesitate a moment before I follow, just like looking down. And with a sigh, I'll look at Patricia with a bit of a smile, and then I'll follow.
This subtle shake of her head. Before she follows along as well.
Let's see, make sure she's the last and close the top and slide down.
The coterie descend into the sewers, with Violet taking the lead. Soon after their descent is complete, the sight of the large flow of raw sewage water flowing like a torrent through the brick channel fills their sight, as the sounds of water crashing, flowing dances through the echoing tunnel. Violet excitedly leads the coterie onwards to the north of the city's sewage infrastructure. Is there anything you wish to discuss on way?
I'm just hoping we don't run into any overly large rats or turtles down here.
You're worried about turtles?
I don't think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their teacher are gonna be down here, you know.
I mean, you never know. I don't come down to the sewers very often.
Yeah, but how often does radioactive goo come down in the middle of Oxford?
More often than I go in the sewers.
This country is an island. So all sewers connect to the ocean. So who knows what we could find out here.
So you don't normally go a bit and just walk in the sewers just to learn about the city?
I pay people to do that for me.
There are certain things that you miss if you don't touch it yourself.
Do you know how expensive these shoes are? I don't buy any pair under
Chill it
200.
down.
If I were a Toreador, that'd be a different story. But still,
What are they, Prada?
Versace actually. Tonight.
Oh, Versace. Well, if you need new Versace, let me know. I may or may not have connections to the family.
Yes, I do remember you. We will have to talk. If I have to stay here long enough, I think rather than taking over some restaurant, I might as well start my own here. The culture is lacking a little bit, I feel.
Here in the sewers or in upstairs?
Awkward. Their food culture just slightly lacking a little bit.
Just think of it this way. I mean, most of this culture has been running around for over 2,000 years, roughly. You never know what's going to poke through. And if anyone sees Excalibur, let me know. I'm being completely facetious here.
Yeah, I don't see how that would. Anyway,
I believe you can get it on
Oh,
DVD now.
I know, right? How you doing, Lucy? I mean, how you doing, Half Pint?
Would-
Because
would
words
you-
can't remember. Sorry.
I don't want your shoes to get ruined. Would you like me to carry you? I can carry you both, technically.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm actually wearing Prada right now. I can get a new one tomorrow. It's fine. I like stomping around down here. It gives me a sense of a feeling of what I'm missing up there.
If you need a guide to keep the local nos off your back, I can always bring you down here myself.
That would be appreciated.
Hmm,
I'd like a tour of the place if possible at some point. When you're free, of course.
of course. I can help you.
I'd appreciate that, really.
I can offer, can carry either of you. I can save your shoes.
oh, that's all right. Lucy already has them covered. Time.
I'll send the text
Okay.
over to Versace later. Donatello owes me a favor too.
Splendid.
Ooh. Lantry, would you like me to carry you?
Thank you, dear Pixie. I'm all right. But speaking of expensive things and buying things, any news on a new vehicle, dear Lucy?
Actually, I have several. I can, depending on what you want or how you want it. Mind you, there are some things I cannot actually use in the car because,
Indeed, indeed.
however, we're looking at a slightly older Cadillac Escalade that's nae American, so it's a wee bit of a trunker. Or, you know, we actually go American and we just kind of literally, conquer it out if you want.
I like the idea of a car with some weight behind it. And I'm just going to look over at Patricia. It would be good for removing obstacles.
So, right, you want to tank.
Well, that might be a bit
Hey, you nae seen the
conspicuous.
Have you not seen an Escalade running down the street? I mean, it's a freaking armored tank going through the streets and everything.
Oh, this is wonderful. I love the idea of this.
The only thing is you got to drive American.
Think of it this way.
I'm a great driver.
She's the one that can give it. I'm the one that can take it. And then like 2 seconds pass and she's just like, not that way. Not in that fucking way.
I don't think I was wanting to go that way at all. Yeah, no. I respect your clan, but I don't go that way.
Nah, neither do I. I'm not that far removed from as I was in that way. Mm-mm.
Good to know.
Don't get me wrong. You look wonderful, just doesn't get me popping.
I have aimed it so that I try not to make anyone go popping, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
still have memories of my my late husband, so I'd rather, stay that way.
That's beautiful, honestly.
I try.
Landre's just standing there, his jaw dropped a little bit. And he's just standing there. He's just looking.
What
Wow.
would you prefer a picture? I know I won't really develop well at all on it, but is it? Are you fascinated by 2 women talking or something? Come on, Lancery.
What the hell with it? Yes.
What, you want to take a picture, or are you fascinated about 2 women talking?
I think your conversation is most amusing.
Retail, why?
I just didn't expect it from the two of you.
I'm sorry, having two grown women talk about sexuality and what they are not attracted to is something you never thought we'd talk about.
In the
Well, dear
sewers.
Patricia seems so innocent, you know?
I, on the regular, refer where I'm from as the dirty tea.
You realize she's American and I'm Scottish.
Ah,
Not only
you know,
that, but
that's a
I'm
good
from the
point.
days where you went to business meetings, you began the business meeting by doing lines with everybody. Of cocaine, by the way.
Oh, well, that sounds,
And
well,
we
that's
started
interesting.
meetings by bashing people up in the head and making sure that the noggin's all straight.
I mean,
That
that
in a
sounds like
shot.
fun.
Well, I mean, what was the last time you went toe to toe with the Scots?
It's been a while since I've been up that way.
I think they've been knocking your block off just a wee bit. How are you
Okay.
good in a fight?
I tend to stay away from brawling.
I mean, fair. But you're also looking at it from the stance of you're going into a bit of a fisticuffs. Are you going to have go straight to your metal or no?
I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what you just said, and I'm so
Are
sorry.
you good in a scrap? No, you're not. You're Tremere.
Oh, yes, indeed. That one.
I'm
Yeah.
full.
I like to
I-
spit. You know, that's the way I do it.
You do that. You did. How about the one where you can actually make your blow into, like a venom, and you put in on a dagger, and then you turn around and try to fight that way?
I mean, that sounds very Chimera.
It is Tremere.
So then, yes, of course.
There are also quite a few things that your lots created that the Bandu, warriors that make most of them, utilize quite well.
Question: how is your blood sorcery? Just out of curiosity.
It's decent.
Well, if you're in a fair way with a scrap, then how are you going to handle everything else? You're going to actually be able to handle, like, oh god, toe to toe? Or are you looking at a wee bit far back, more like distance?
Dear Violet has always taken care of the, smashing bit, so I tend to keep my distance.
Right. Good to know. So, tank, and you're either DPS or healer.
I love the reference. Yes, indeed.
So if we ever play ranger, I'm having her as a berserker, and you're definitely going to be a ranger.
Sounds wonderful.
I think I'd be classified more as a mage. I mean, I can take hits, but what I do is more of mind.
Fair. Well, I mean, I'm talking about these two. In fact, I've never seen you in a fight, so I'm not sure. Are you going to go up, or are you going,
I'm good with a firearm, but I'm even better with my fist.
There's a reason I was interested in the Cadillac, dear Lucy.
Oh, I know. I understand. That's what I'm trying to understand. In the way of the group, exactly how we're going to interact in the fact if we're ever going to go into a bit of a wayfare.
No, you're right. I'll always take care of range, and from what I've seen of dear Patricia, she'll use anything at her disposal.
Well, it's
You
good.
grow up in stoner culture, you learn how to be crafty.
It's
And
a
I
bit of a
presume
survival
you're.
technique.
Oh, sorry.
No, what?
I was going to say, I presume that you'll keep your distance, yes?
I mean, I could. Or maybe I just want the shadows to hug him.
Okay, fair enough.
I have
I
a
was-
wee bit of the whole thing with the arms. Remember we had that wee bit of a talk?
Oh, yes! I have got to see this sometime. You know, I only got to see him do it for a few moments because the deputy came over and got all upset. But I want to see what you can do with this.
Well, you totally missed it when we went into that house last time. I may or may not have had to use them.
Indeed.
You know, when a man doesn't understand when two ladies walk into a bedroom how to act, you just have to tie him down with some tentacle hugs. It's fine.
Okay. I'm glad we had this
promise.
talk.
Nothing happened.
I'm just like picturing this conversation as we're standing right next to this river of sewage, just like rushing past us, and we're just having this casual conversation. Pitch black. There's no light.
There are lights in a sewer for some reason.
Oh, that's rare.
Good talk. Glad we had it.
Bit of sight.
Yeah.
So
Just
now
be-
you know. Two ladies can actually coalesce and talk about interesting topics and get along rather well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, not every woman's a cunny to each other.
No, some of them can really be, see you next Tuesdays.
On the note of sight, since there is some illumination, I would like to do a sense the unseen if that applies.
Not yet.
Gonna be 4
I'll let you know,
giant
though.
turtles just around the corner.
There'd have to be ghost turtles to be seen by Sense the Unseen.
Oh,
Ghost turtles.
it's the
Teenage
British version.
Mutant Ninja
Turtles.
Ghost Turtles.
Yeah, they're also in the theatre
What's
wall
this?
with the guru.
Yeah. The coterie follow. I'm picking up your Scott accent. Jesus.
I'm not sorry at all.
The coterie follow the tunnel to its end and come face to face with an old, thick stone wall. Jagged stones jut out of the wall, and the ancient, uneven mix of brick and stone shows no cracks, despite its obvious age. Now you can do Sense the Unseen.
Do you want me to add my wits awareness pool to this in this instance, or no?
I think just Sense the Unseen will be good.
Copy that.
Damn. Wow. You will see, as the blood rushes to your eyes, the outline of a door mixed in with the wall.
You cut out a little bit in the middle. Can I get that again, please?
You will see the outline of a door mixed in with the wall.
Excellent. She'll just kind of turn so she's just like looking at it at the corner of her eye and do one of those subtle like foot over foot like kind of military steps, just kind of like keeping an eye out of other things just in case. And before she can like actually like reach out and touch it, she'll just be like, "This is where we're to go."
Ooh. That would be me then.
Goes up towards the door. Gives it a sniff for the funsies. And starts nibbling her hand to try and get some blood.
Do a res check, please.
Nom nom.
In a
Oh,
hunger?
my
Would you like
hand
to just
tastes delicious.
spatter it all over or rub it down kind of thing?
Mm. I have enough blood in my hand. I'm gonna on the door.
Violet's
What
vitae,
exactly are you doing to the door?
you'll see. Violet's vitae is seemingly absorbed into the wall like a small puddle evaporating in extreme heat, and the jagged stones seem to melt away and form into an archway, revealing a broken cobbled stone path that leads like a gangway into an underground large room with stone seats lining either side of the path. At the back of the cavern is a large pillar with stone steps either side of it like an altar. On each wall, a small arched niche is carved out of the natural stone.
I'm just gonna whisper out of the corner of my mouth to Lucy, "You're a wizard, Harry."
And just so you're all clear, you are in an investigation scene.
Ooh.
She'll look at Lantry and go, if I'm a wizard, what are you?
A tank.
Nah. It's Violet.
I don't know. Shoot. I could be
Ah.
a pixie. But no, that's Violet too.
Lantry, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you know yourself? Or are you just impersonating others to try and correlate and build yourself a personality?
I've noticed most people tend to overlook the group fool, and old habits die hard. I'm sorry, dear Lucy.
You think yourself a fool?
No, I don't. But there are many that do. They don't
So
pay attention much to me.
are you utilizing that to try to be underestimated?
It's unfair for me to do so to the coterie. As I said, old habits die hard, which is why I confess myself to you. Well, I wish to work with you.
That's why I'm here, and we're here to work with all of you.
Indeed. Well, I suspect we should start looking for clues.
Oh, I suppose maybe you find yourself along the way.
Got a long time to find myself. One thing I've learned is you don't often like what you find.
But if you don't like what you find, it's the truth. It's easier to take it and swallow it and own it than have other people take it and then try to own you. I don't want to be anyone's but myself.
Thank you for your advice.
You take it or leave it, you're welcome.
How would you like to proceed?
Well, can I do a wits and awareness roll to see if I can see anything?
I mean, there's the large pillar in the center. I mean, the picture's fairly accurate, actually.
Well, I'm pretty interested in like what's on either side of the pillar.
Now you can do wits and awareness for me, please.
Patricia's gonna start kind of looking around like the walls, not really leading into the whole secret passageway thing. Because of what she did in life, she has a really good investigation pool. So I'd like to kick that off.
Okay. I'll come to you in just a second. The pillar, as Lantry looks over it, reveals traces of what appears to be horns upon it, engraved deep in the stone, though it seems as though there was more to the effigy that has been filled in and filed away somehow. Patricia, intelligence and investigation, please.
I'm going to rouse her investigation. Just because, why not? Oh, no, let's check. Oh, womp womp. Okay. Oh, there it is. And then Character sheet. Investigation. What's and then for blood potency too? How much of a bonus do you say that is?
Don't get. Oh no, sorry. 2 dice. I had a real senior moment there.
Forgetting about those. Okay, no. There we go.
Perfect. Patricia skillfully walks around the entire area, inspecting pieces slowly, and her attention is drawn to an intricate silver vase with a lid that seems to open on a hinge. And because you found it, do sense the unseen, please.
Okay. And then, because she's at blood potency to discipline power bonus, do you roll that as +1 or +2 dice?
If you use the sheet and the power bar, it'll automatically add any blood potency dice.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, cool shit.
Bless that API. So right, that's roll 20 being strange. Roll again. Because you've definitely got more than 1 die. There you go, see? You find, emanating from the vase, is a heavy, white aura. It has faded tentacles that seem to connect to Lontre and Violet.
And with that 6 up, since she has the pendant under her shirt, because she pick up the chain and kind of side-eye the walking cane as well to see if it sort of coalesces into what's going into Lontre, because she saw that shit before with those 2 items. It's the same shit.
There's only a connection from the vase itself to Violet and Lontre, but it does seem stronger and heavier. Yeah, I think for 6, I'm going to say it as well. It's almost as if the connection in the vase is stronger than the cane. So the cane's just being completely ignored because of this very strong emanation.
Got it. She's uncovered wherever the vase is, and she's actually taken her glove off that doesn't have the mark, just to feel the energetic feel around it. So she's very careful not to touch shit like this. She's very obviously been looking between the vase, all of her shit, but mostly on the vase. She's just do you remember what I mentioned about this and this, holding up the cane? A couple weeks back in the limousine.
Ah, yes.
Violet and Lontre, this is recognizing you as well. Presently, the items in my possession that were reacting in such a way are not. It's I'm not sure, but my theory is that there's some sort of dampening field, because we know this, and Glove still up holding up the king, is connected to Mithras and possibly even the Hakata by some means. This could be of that. Behold more prevalence, but not be of it. And fuck, I wish Illustrati were still alive. They're not. So that's the best I can do right now.
Landry just standing there with a furrowed brow.
May I start looking along the walls for anything, any kind of hidden buttons or compartments or something?
Of course. Please. Would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
Intelligence and investigation, please.
Roll away. I'll give that to you. As Violet deftly scans around the sides of the room, finding small niches inside of the brick wall, she finds a seemingly discarded, under loose pebbles and dust, is a list. It seems to be a letter written to a Pater Griffin. Most of the letter has been worn away with age, but Oxford Castle Mound is still just about visible on the letter.
Just taking notes, hold on.
Landry just
Can I
over
read
there.
it?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the vase right now.
Can I read the letter?
It's mostly gone, and the only thing that you'll be able to make out are the words Oxford Castle Mound.
Okay. Okie dokie. Just gonna pocket it.
I think Lucy will do wits and awareness, and if possible, use Oblivion Sight around here as well.
Do wits and awareness, and have yourself +2 modifier from the Oblivion Sight, I think, for that roll.
Is it okay if I bolstered my wits so that I have a +4?
Yeah! It's only an investigation scene.
Ugh. I mean, why not? I got aroused. Yay! I get hungrier again. Yay! That's just my life in life. I know, right?
Join the Hunger 3 Club. Oh, wait, you did.
No, I'm at hunger 2.
Come on. Come on. I'm using my alicord voice. Come on.
I already killed a human last one.
Nice.
That's yeah, that or I can re-roll.
You're more than good with 5.
Okay.
Lucy wills Vitae to her eyes and casts a sight of oblivion upon the place. She is drawn inexplicably to the altar, finds, buried underneath pieces of broken stone, the remains of a scorched book. It is mostly undecipherable. However, the name Justin Francis can be seen and is circled.
Name seem to ring a bell for anyone?
What was the name again?
Justin Francis. She'll start trying to flip through it and see if there's any parts that have not been torched, scorned, unburnt.
You won't be able to get full names, just partial pieces of names, not enough to be able to form a definitive idea, but you will recognize that it is basically a, almost like just a book of names.
Oh, somebody's torch book.
Maybe it was their enemies.
That or somebody who owes them boons. Give it a boon log.
I haven't been in this city long. Right? Pilot, you especially. Do you know who the previous harpy was? Keeping a sequestered log of boons is within their duties.
We haven't been here much longer than you, to be fair.
Would we have heard that information anywhere in our time here, dear storyteller?
Nope.
Let's see if you can. Lucy will turn around and scour and see if she can find anything else.
Wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
Always what's in awareness. I have no investigation.
Wits and awareness, please.
It's a thing. Still 4 modifier?
Nope.
Okay. Just the 2 then? Because
Can
I
she
realized
have a modifier if Patricia assists? Because she has awareness.
She can get a +1 modifier from that, so that'd be +3 in total.
Yay! I'll take that.
+3 is pretty good to get without even rousing the blood.
Yeah, it's a 4.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I will.
fine.
Okay.
Lucy, being the curious one that she is, rummages more behind the altar and finds a silver ring. Expertly engraved upon the ring is the head of a bull.
She'll hold her hand like this and look to Patricia going, anything connected to these?
Does her sight go off?
No.
It is mundane in that sense.
Pity, it's a nice ring.
Can I do a roll on it to see if I know what it is? Like academics and intelligence or something?
Yeah, do intelligence and academics, but this will be quite a difficult role.
Okay. Can I add a +1 for my research and academic speciality?
Nope, because you're not doing any research.
Why not? Okay. Then I'm going to rouse, if that's okay.
Yep, of course, if you so wish.
He wants us to get
We're
hungry.
getting hungry. Yes. So my blood potency is 3, so I do 3
3 dice.
modifier. Well, we're toast.
Would you like to stick with it, or would you like to re-roll?
I'll do a roll power reroll.
Okay.
Didn't get much that time.
You're missing your hunger on that.
It's because it's a re-roll.
Oh, okay.
You can only re-roll 3 regular dice. You can't re-roll hunger dice,
Gotcha.
humanity dice, or willpower.
I forget because roll 20.
That's the beauty and horrible side of it. It allows you to become really lazy storyteller because it just does all these bits automatically, and you're like, oh yeah, forgot that. Lantre stares upon the ring, trying to recall information about it. Frustrated at himself that he is unable to know anything about it, though, the beast inside of him screams. Nothing but the best will satisfy him. Anything less than exceptional performance instills a profound sense of failure, and Lantre will often repeat tasks obsessively just to get them right. Until Lantre scores a critical win on a skill roll, or the scene ends, Lantre labours under a 2-dice penalty to all pools. You may reduce the penalty to 1 die for a repeated action, and remove it entirely for a second. You are suffering from the Tremere clan bane, perfectionism.
So, noob question, what's a skill roll, please?
Any roll, basically, that is, wits and awareness is a skill roll.
If you're not
Okay.
using a power, basically.
Okay, can I re-roll for looking at the ring again? Because I'm really irritated I can't figure out what it is.
Yes. The 2-dice
And
penalty.
2-dice penalty, yeah?
Yes. Just looking at this ring.
Lantre
haven't
is
got a
going to
clue.
just throw his hands in and just stalk off to the other side of the room.
Can I don't know what. I don't know if this is a roll or anything, but what does my nozzy brain think I should look at or for? Since it was Nosferatu doorway, is there anything that I can think of for that way? Be in that mindset to know where to look.
Would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
Intelligence and investigation, please.
Intelligence and investigation, please.
Being a good coterie member that Patricia is, may I add another assist?
Of course. Do intelligence and investigation with a +1 modifier, please, Violet.
Okay. Thank you.
Watch, I bet you're going to roll a critical now just to rub it in.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
messy
yes,
critical.
Ooh!
What a shame. Lovely. This is your first clan compulsion, I believe, as well.
Ooh.
Violet engages her nosy brain and begins to scan the area, rummaging for anything that may have been missed within the dilapidated and abandoned area. Eventually, she is able to find a metal handle in the shape of a human bone. A small length of bone is still attached to the handle on a thick but flexible metal wire. As she finds it, the beast inside of her head screams. The need to know permeates her. They become consumed with a hunger for secrets, to know that which few or no one knows, almost as strong as the need for blood. She also will refuse to share secrets with others, except in strict trade for greater ones. All actions not spent working toward learning a secret, no matter how big or small, receive a 2-dice penalty. This compulsion ends when Violet learns a secret big enough to be considered useful. Sharing the secret is optional. You are suffering from the Nosferatu compulsion, cryptophilia. And that is all there is to discover in this area.
So what did you find, Violet?
Not enough. Looking at it like obsessively.
seems to be the story of our night. I'm going to march right back over to Lucy and see if I can look at the ring again.
Same again.
She's holding it.
-1 penalty this time for a repeated action. Frustrated, Lantre is still unable to discern anything about this ring.
Lantre is going to smash a fist into a wall. He's going to walk in a circle. He's going to go over to Patricia and say, "Do you have any idea what the hell this thing is?"
Seeing as how it doesn't activate to my sight, and I was not a jeweler in life. Also, considering I never actually technically got married and never cared for the fluffy, fluffy shit. Anyway, you're shit out of luck with me, child.
Lucy, you know about these things. Can't you pull out your fancy computer?
If I broke my fancy computer, I will be doing an analysis on that tonight.
I'm going to look at it again and try to roll again.
Yeah, I realize you're gonna break your head over this.
I know what this thing is. I know what it is, and I just cannot recall it, and it is seriously bothering me.
Well, she's a
roll.
ring. And it has a bull's head on it. Maybe he was a Taurus.
No, that's not it. And I'm just going to walk right out the front door. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk right back and look at the ring again.
Name action.
Do you
No
have
penalty.
your camera on you?
I don't know about the camera right now. I'm going to blood surge for this one, if that's okay.
Oh, for
Yep.
bloody Christ's sake.
+3. Lantre stares once more at the ring, and nothing comes to mind. It is just a ring.
Violet! Pixie! What the hell is it?
Look, you have your mobile on you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Then take a fucking bloody picture of it. For fuck's sake.
No, but I know what it is. I just can't recall. How's the picture help me?
Because you could take it with you and research it in a library or something. Don't.
If it's jogging your memory this much, you must have seen it somewhere. No! If you can't take it with you, find a way in which you fucking can, and let's get out of here and finish this.
I don't want to research it. I know what it is. I shouldn't need to research it. And I'm going to look at it again. I'm going to blood surge again if possible.
Oh my god.
For fuck's sake!
Gain that hunger. Do that roll. +3.
Mary and Joseph and all the proverbial saints.
Please, Shiv, I am begging you.
It's almost like the storyteller gave you this warning that it would be a very difficult task to do, and then you did it anyway, and got the beast.
Well, you take a bloody picture.
Langer is going to take his phone, take it out. He's going to throw it on the ground, break it, turn around, and just start leaving back to the car.
As he's walking, Patricia just takes a picture with her own goddamn phone.
What kind of phone is it?
Lucy, we all need Blackbirds.
It's an outdated Apple because Camarilla.
That's actually
I'm
pretty
not very
right
good
there.
with Apple phones. Is that still a smartphone?
Neither am I. I'm a Samsung fan. I assume most ventures stand Apple.
Samsung too. Fucking expensive here as well. Apple
You think
is...
not because it's so close to Korea.
Oh, they've got huge tax embargoes on Korea.
Yeah, even in the United States, you can't even put into stocks for Samsung. Because it's all in Korea.
Do a rouse check for me, please.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm. And you're activating
Okay.
You're activating Blush of Life, but it stays on for the rest of the night.
Okay.
There you go. And that's absolutely
Yay.
fine. You take the picture and save it on your Blapple device. Fapple, no.
I mean, they do.
I
Why
would just
not?
call it like an orange. You know, it's an orange
Frappole.
device.
The fruit.
Yeah, orange, perfect. Not
Pick up
Fapple.
my orange phone.
Lesson learned. It's not learned. Don't just put F for fake in front of a word anymore.
We'll
Are you
do
gonna
it all.
remember this though? Mm-hmm.
Funny.
When Elfriede comes back, I'm sure she will have a Fapple.
I'm sure. Is this going to work for him? I mean, apparently we'll have to get him a new phone. Does he
it's
normally
not like
get off
that.
this way?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Good to know.
And Landre's just like, we don't even know where he is now. He's just on his way,
Just
fuming.
walking through the sewers one day. Everyone turning to leave?
Are you good? Are you good, Olivia?
Yeah, Violet's just going to scurry out, clicking incredibly loudly.
I just imagine her with like little steps, like,
A little scurry crab.
The coterie turn to leave, feeling the loose stones sink slightly as they exit. The last one to leave feels a stone under their feet, and as they cross the threshold and standing back in the sewers, the large ancient stone wall assembles itself and closes the way off, becoming another seemingly innocuous wall among many. Lantre, your compulsion is now over. You may have a willpower point for breaking your phone. That was quite funny. Violet, your compulsion is still very much active.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you wish to discuss on your way back out of the sewers?
well, Landre's heading back to them. And he's pretty abashed right now. Did anyone get a chance to take a picture of the ring by any chance?
Yes. You'll get it when you get it.
Thank you, Patricia. And I'm sorry about that, Lucy. It frustrates me when I know something and I just cannot recall it. I'm sure you felt the same way at some point.
Oh, I have. Let's just say there have been many a lab talk in its wake when I have gotten a little bit, shall we say, perturbed.
Yes, it's just so frustrating when a secret eludes you. Speaking of, Violet, you never showed us what you found.
Because I found it.
Fair.
I mean, okay. And Launcher just kind of he's been with Violet for a long time. So he's just kind of looking. He's curious, but he's just, okay. And then just kind of like back off on the subject.
The coterie walk up a metal ladder and replace the sewer covering as they stand out on the streets and begin to make their way back to their car. They hear footsteps of a young woman running towards them. As she catches sight of the coterie, she approaches them swiftly, making powerful strides with intent towards the Coven of Kindred. I'm so sorry to bother you, but have you seen a rabbit pass this way? And as she does so,
Okay.
God.
and you
I'm
will
not
want to
even
roll
bother trying to roll.
composure and intelligence.
I'm gonna blood.
Yeah, blood searching.
Yeah, composure is going up.
Intelligence is going up.
Oh, Landry.
Oh man.
On the plus
Oh.
side, at least you got that critical when it's no use to you.
Can I try to re-roll at least
You
the
c-
beast part?
Absolutely.
Or is it the critical part I can re-roll?
Well, you get the beast if you fail. The messy critical
Oh,
is
God.
because you've
I'm
got
rolling
a
one.
0 on the hunger and a 0 on your regular dice.
Okay, so is there what can I re-roll of that? I'm sorry.
You can re-roll. So you can re-roll to get rid of the messy critical. You would have to re-roll
Okay.
black 0, and you want to re-roll the black 1. Those are the only 2 dice that will be of any use. The others are actually successes.
And I
But
just
if
stay
you
with the
fail it,
beast.
you're still going to have the beast. Yeah, because the beast is a 1 on the hunger dice.
Alright. Okay. So I'm going to re-roll 2.
Now you've all failed.
All of us?
May I spend a willpower?
Well,
Ugh.
would you all like success at cost?
No.
No?
I've already got the beast, so
Me too.
As Lasagna,
Uh,
yes.
What's the sensation that we're feeling? What's the inkling that we get that's hitting us?
Your willpower is being drained mechanically.
Success at cost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
success at cost.
Yeah. Violet, would you like success at cost?
No,
Okay.
I'm taking the hit.
Violet, you will be taking 3 superficial willpower damage.
Ugh.
The rest of you will find out what the cost is in the future.
Duly
This is not
noted.
my night. This is not my night.
And Alice is going to be making a roll.
Off to Wonderland we go.
Love it when a plan comes together. And you will all
This
feel
is all
this
punishment.
You
Go on,
will
go
all
on.
feel this very strange sensation, as if there is an intruder in your mind, messing around with how you're perceiving things, but nothing seems amiss currently. And to repeat her question, I'm so sorry to bother you, but have you seen a rabbit pass this way?
You're on the wrong fucking place to be asking that question.
Alice curtsies to the coterie and skips off down the street, humming to herself. The rest of the coterie proceed to decide their rest of the plan for the night. Where would you like to go?
I want to go home. This is
Oh,
punishment.
So young.
I know, right? Well, this is all punishment for me resisting that first roll from Vaticinium. And so now just this whole night I'm just gonna be punished for it. So what's my compulsion right now?
You had success at cost.
Oh, so that removes the beast as well?
Yeah. Beast only comes in because it's a bestial failure.
Oh. Dang it. Okay. Well, now I know for future. Thank you.
What would you like to do?
I have no idea.
You have a name that you can look up, and you have a place that you can go to.
Well, if
going
we
to-
want to look... Sorry.
Go on.
sorry.
No,
Man,
no, go for it.
It's so hard without freaking camera. I am sorry.
You're fine. Go for it.
I was just going to say I could see if I can find the name somewhere in my library if we want to do that. Or maybe your fancy computer.
How about doing both?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How about do it both? How about doing it at the same time?
Oh, perfect. Yes, thank you.
Bloody
So,
Is there like
English.
face-to-face interacting, like Patricia's just gonna reach into her coat pocket and send a picture to Lantre.
oh,
Just
okay.
so make
And
it obvious.
thank you. And now, noob question. Is it bad for them to come to the Haven? Should I wait till we have a coach-free Haven? How does that work? Or am I
You
not
can
supposed
invite
to
them.
know and I have to figure it out as I go?
You can invite them to your haven. That's fine. It's not like revealing a touchstone. That would be a bit of a problem, but revealing your haven's not too bad.
Okay. Well, if you all want, we can meet at the Haven I'm currently using, and you can bring your computer and we can see what we can find there.
Alright, I have no problem with that. Do you have electricity? And do you have internet?
I have 3 dots in my Haven. Do I have that, Mr. Storyteller?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's
do
fair
I
to say
actually?
yeah.
I'm just double checking that I actually do.
Those are
Okay,
pretty
3
basic
dot in Haven.
things to have.
Yeah, 3 Haven, 3. Okay, cool. Yes, I do have that. The place is still a bit. I'm. We haven't been here very long, and it's still a bit of a mess. But yes, I do at least have the basics.
I think it would be fair
Right?
to say you don't know what the internet really is, though, or how to access it, being the good old camera the kindred that you are, though. You just know it's there.
Okay, perfect. Maybe Violet helped me set it up, because she's super savvy, and she's always there helping me.
As long as I can turn around and put a Cat 6 cable into the back of your router, I can get in and get access into the internet.
Oh, I don't have a cat. I'm sorry.
No. A Cat 6 cable. I have one. Because
No. I don't have
family
6
problems.
cats.
No. Oh, for Christ's sake. She's gonna go over to her car, get her backpack out, open it, pull out the 6-cat cable, and say, a 6-cat cable.
Doesn't look anything like a cat, but okay. I'll take your
It's
word for it.
a nickname.
It's a nickname. Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm sorry. These things they kind of elude me a little bit. I do my best to keep up on things, but that's from word of mouth. The
How
fancy.
is it that the one that can't really do much of the technology is the one that's the most tech savvy?
I don't know. Well, let's go plug in the dog 3 cable and get what we need.
6.
Cat 6. Okay. But no, seriously though, because it's like 2 cats for 1 dog, right? So it could be dog 3.
No, it's not how it works.
And at
Oh,
that
so it's
point,
not
we're
like
going to take a
horsepower?
break.
She just starts walking. She's just gonna go walking over to Trisha, saying everything in Gaelic Scottish, just to let her frustration out for a bit.
And we
And
should be
she's
right
just gonna
back.
respond to her in just damn near perfect Spanish. She doesn't even know what she's saying, so she's just rattling off the Spanish,
She'll turn around and actually say something in Italian then for you. While the storyteller is trying to get us to go to break.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Keep going.
She'll do a whole thing in Italian for you. And then, be like, seeing if Patricia has anything else.
Peachy bullshit. That's how she'll end it.
That's fair.
And Peachy, for those watching at home, is basically Mexican slang. You say to inanimate objects that they're a piece of shit. Like, oh, my piece of shit car broke down. Oh, these people just want to buy this piece of shit furniture. They don't care about quality.
Welcome
Longtray's gonna
to
Tachi wa sugu ni modotokimasu.
Oxford.
Who's driving? Am I doing my crazy manic driving, or did you guys finally get tired of that?
Lucy would drive.
I'm sitting in the back and I'm obviously pouting that I'm not driving.
You'll get used to it.
I'm just whispering to Violet, what's wrong with my driving? Why couldn't I drive? You know, I always drive.
Do you really want to drive? I have no problem pulling over and letting you take the wheel if you absolutely want to drive.
No, it's okay, but I have to be able to drive the new car at some point. You said it's like a tank, right?
Any experiences in street racing or drifting by chance?
No, but I did drive a tank back in World War II.
Different skill set, still handy.
Okay, well, at least you'll know how to handle a heavy vehicle.
Yes, okay. Perfect.
With a bit
That's
of
the problem
car.
with these little ones. Yeah, well, these little ones, they go so fast, you know? It's ridiculous. So, yeah.
Do you
they're
not
so
know how
light.
to handle speed?
Well, I mean, I'm learning, but I prefer it when things get out of the way. You know, when you're driving these little cars, these people feel like they can just like push you out of the way, and I don't like it. So I'm in the big one, and they get out of my way, and it's fine.
What I'm hearing is you need to visit Germany more. The roads
mean-
can go for miles and miles, and you can literally push 200 and it's fine.
Ah, yes.
You know, for a vacation, why don't you go on the Autobahn?
I'm down for it. We can take a trip, you know, and just yes.
Okay,
Oh,
And
I
I
also
take go ahead.
Oh, I was just. Is there any way to upgrade the steering wheels? Because I tend to break them.
I would imagine so. I mean, people replace their radios and. No, wait. She's having flashbacks to Tucson and let's be real, gang culture and just with Chota culture and other things with Mexico. She's seen some interesting vehicle modifications. She's just like, no, they're possible. They're very much possible.
Oh, good, good. Because the steering wheel you're using right now, Junior, has Lucy, sorry, has fingerprints indented in it, and it's the top of it is slightly bent forward. So it's kind of hard to like turn all the way, you know.
Do you? I guess my question is, do you tend to have a bit of an anxious disorder or get angry when you drive?
No, I find it to be very fun. I mean, I get angry when we're driving at night, and you know the jerk with the giant truck pulls up right behind you and has the lights really bright. Yeah, that's annoying. So I want to be in the big truck.
You are aware that you can, and she'll actually switch the back mirror and go, you realize you can dim this mirror, right?
You
Longshow's
know,
just sick staring at you right now.
there is such a thing as nitrous. I might have done a little street racing growing up. Yeah, that's a thing.
I'm gonna look straight at Lucy. Modifications. I need these things.
I have a question. Have you not actually sat in a car and learned what everything is with the car.
Okay, you have to realize, all right? These cars have changed a lot over the years. It used to be pretty easy. You get in it and it just goes. And
Have you
now you
seen
get
them?
in it.
They actually have a computer that's part of their motor.
That's why I have to have other people start if it may have a key.
There are cars that don't use keys now?
Aye, I call phobes.
Yeah, you don't even need a kiosk thing or what the fuck ever it's called. I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to drive myself. I don't even care anymore.
I mean, I'm.
Violet, help me. Did you know about this? Like, it took me long enough to get over there to figure out that I needed the key instead of the crank. You remember how many keys I broke trying to turn it, right?
I miss horse and carts.
I do too. They were really easy to use. Miscarriages, actually.
Those were
Carriages were a
simple.
wee bit fun.
Yes.
Think of it this way, okay? Yeah, I take it you had cars back in what, 50s and 60s?
Oh, yes. They were like giant, heavy boats, and I loved them.
Right, okay. Actually, do you want one of those?
They were slow.
Actually, if you get yourself a V8 engine and put it into one of those cars as a remake, that's actually faster than the current cars that are going on now.
Can you get one with a lot of room?
They were a fucking time back then, don't you remember?
Well, well, we could get this one. How about this? We could get the big one, but when we have extra people, and then we can have this one, but we want to go fast through town. And
He's having a stroke.
Yeah, you went La Sombra there, and you're not even La Sombra right now.
I know, right? I'm the one fun.
what just
Jimmy.
happened there? I'm sorry.
Hashtag attack. I'm sorry.
But okay, perfect. As long as we can get the car, I'm good. But yes, you can get more
I'll
than one.
look for that too. Violet, do you prefer a colour or no?
Black is night.
Black.
See,
Shiny or
I
matte?
know Pixie.
Shiny.
Okay.
Laundry's just gonna look over at Violet. Shiny, really? Huh, that's wonderful.
She's still very much in her hair and head, just twiddling with this thing that she found.
But Tricia, I take it you don't matter as long as it's nice and fancy, eh?
Huh?
I just want it durable. I have a feeling we're going to be driving a lot around here.
Absolutely. I'm making strides to not only acquire a vehicle, some other things, but if you offer that, I can put the other thing aside for now.
What you looking for?
A goal.
Okay, now it's me turn to not understand you. Did you say a goal or a ghoul?
Good.
Ghoul?
Yes.
So we're not talking about like score, we're talking person.
Exactly. One that can work in accordance to my will when I am not able to.
Alright, because I was going to say we could just stop over at a shop and get yourself a soccer ball really fast.
No.
That's what I thought you said. That's why I asked you to identify if it was either a ghoul or a ghoul.
Too many cigarettes and cocaine in life, sorry.
No worries. Too much sailing.
So where are you
So
going?
wait. I'm waiting for Lantry to tell me when to turn.
Oh, the that last street we just passed.
Wait a minute. Oh, just
I'm
past the
sorry.
street?
Yes, I was having such a wonderful time. I'm so sorry. Yes, it was that last street, but you can take a turn, a right up here, and we can go around.
Hold on, wrong way. I'm in England, not in America.
And then turn here and go around here, and perfect, we've made it.
This just takes time. Just pipe up before I pass the street. That'd be perfect.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, and this is your place?
Well, yeah, it's horrible.
I didn't say it was horrible.
No, I did. It's just all I've got right now. So, they're
It's
like,
better
here, come
than...
to the city, and then get locked into the city, and there's a problem with blood here, but now you can't leave the city. And so, it's what I got to work with.
I think it's what we all have to work with.
Well, welcome to my humble abode.
And she'll park the car, turn it off, get out and grab her backpack and follow.
The coterie head inside of Lantre's Llama Library and each take a seat around the many wooden tables and chairs in the area.
On the way in, can I take a second to hide around a corner and then use obfuscate? I
Yep.
can walk around without being seen.
Do a rouse check for me, please.
Dang it.
That's fine. And you will the vitae around your body, and for all intents and purposes, you will no longer be seen by anyone.
And I want to hide behind Lucy so I can try and see what her password to her laptop is. It's a secret. I want to know.
Clever. Very clever.
Try.
Would
See me?
Patricia's aspects on like with Sissy on the scene just kind of like passively pick up on, wait, thought I was gonna say, oh, that's what she's doing, but like, you know, keep it to herself if she realizes, because hashtag vampire.
Sense the unseen, if you want... I think we'll make that a free roll. Yeah. Yeah, because I think the last thing that Lantre wants is a group of kindred frenzying or going into bestial compulsions in
Yeah,
his
she's
haven.
still 4. I almost asked for a definition earlier, but yeah, normally it's obfuscators, wits, and obfuscate versus resolved and aspects, I believe.
Hold on. Yes. Lucy, are you going to be opening up the laptop and attempting to put in the password?
Oh, first she is going to open up her backpack, and she's going to hand Landry, and it's going to be an Oxford by Nights Discord thingy, so you can see. She'll hand that to Landry, going, I kind of get you a real proper one, but here, at least now you have a llama.
Thank you. And Lantry just like takes it, and he just like very, very happy. He just kind of like walks off on his own. He's just like staring at this thing. He's very happy.
And then she's going to go look for the router so she can plug the cable in.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then she'll pull out her laptop, go like this, open up her laptop, and it's already in. No key cord needed because she knows where her laptop is. Does she leave it on?
Do you want? I mean, that's up to you if you want it on or not.
No. She'll
Oh,
open it, and she'll just move the mouse a little bit, and it'll just come back on.
okay. That's fine.
She didn't close it down. She had it open during the day or open during the night.
Okay.
And then she'll start pulling up the different. Actually, what Violet will see is she's going to see a whole crap of different programs, translators, and she's going to see shipping schedules, container logs. She's going to see different things that are in either in English, Scottish Gaelic, or Italian.
Okay. Do intelligence and technology for me, please.
Fingers crossed things work. You know what? No, I don't want to get hungrier. Ah! Can we
Nope.
roll that?
No.
Ah, fuck my life.
The only thing you could do is re-roll a 6 and hope you get a crit.
Okay, I will try and roll a 6.
I'm gonna destroy my house.
I'm trying not to. Ah. Sorry. You have a beautiful house, by the way. And I gave you a llama.
I had
No.
one.
Lucy attempts to use her laptop. Unfortunately, her vampiric curse prevents it from responding, and the screen goes black, and the machine shuts itself down. To Lucy, failure is not an option.
Nope.
Her blood will surge her to any act conceivable to reach her goals. Whether in the moment or in a Byzantine plot's lasting centuries, any setback is felt profoundly, and she will quickly escalate to the most ruthless of methods until they achieve that aim. The next time Lucy fails any action, they receive a 2-dice penalty to any and all rolls until a future attempt at the same action succeeds. Note that the above penalty applies to future attempts at triggering the action as well. You are suffering from the Sombra clan compulsion ruthlessness.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse and restart up the computer.
What did I say before? Dexterity or intelligence and technology?
You said intelligence.
Intelligence and technology,
Stop.
please. The
I'm
2-dice
rousing for
penalty.
intelligence.
Okay.
Yep.
That
Yes!
will
Did
overrule.
not get hungry. Thank God.
That will overrule
No.
the penalty. So as per normal.
Yay! So excited. I will not be stopped. Bloody clan curse. Oh my God! Are you serious? Fucking hell! All right, can I take another willpower roll?
Yep.
Oh man!
I'm
roll the
doing
4, the 1, and the
3.
3.
I'm doing 3 roll. Yeah, I could do 3.
Yep.
Fucking A. Ah, Jesus.
That's fine. That's just enough for the
Thank
PC
goodness.
to come back to life and turn itself on and present you with your password screen.
Oh, I know. And then she will then proceed to put a name in Italian that is not just letters but also numbers.
Violet.
Yeah?
The thing is that there's stars every time I put a number in. So, and I want to roll it.
I'm not sure if wits and awareness or wits and stealth. Which would you prefer?
Either or. Honestly, I don't mind.
Okay. roll away, and just so we have a baseline number, Lucy, intelligence and technology. No, dexterity and
Okay.
technology.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's still not a good roll.
Oh,
Wits and technology is better.
do wits and technology then.
I will go with wits and technology.
Any
Oh, bugger, I got to
shorty
do it the
kids
other way.
left behind.
For Christ's sake, cancel you. Oh, there.
I'm just imagining Lucy invisible. I mean, Violet invisible behind Lucy. Shift.
Put it in. Type it in.
And just Patricia very casually just looking around. You know,
Right.
every time she looks over the area, she's just like, I see you, girl, internally.
I am totally. Can I totally re-roll that or no?
I mean, you won, but if you want to,
Oh, I did. Okay, never mind. Then we're good.
Yeah, you went
Lon.
yeah.
Lantre's
So
overcrediting his
unfortunately,
llama.
Violet is unable to see Lucy typing in her password.
Sorry. I mean, I'll write it out for you later. You may not understand it in English.
Did just one of the vases in my house just explode or something by any chance?
No, she's going to remain quiet as possible to see what else she can pick up.
Okay. How would you like to proceed?
She's gonna start putting in. She's gonna start actually looking for rings, specifically that kind of ring, and after that, she will probably start going through and see if there's anything. We're not just talking the internet; we're talking the dark web. If she can, to go into not only Justin Francis, but this ring and anything and everything that she can find on him. Because we all know the Nosferatu live in the dark web.
Not anymore, they don't.
In theory. I mean, Shreknik's somewhere. Just not noticeably known yet that it may be restarted.
Okay, I'm going to make that 2 rolls. One for the ring, one for Justin Francis. Which would you like to do first? The easier one will be Justin Francis.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Okay.
Can
Intelligence.
Can I pull down a book and help with that? Cross-reference with her? Give her a +1 modifier?
Yes. Intelligence. No. Yeah.
Because I have intelligence roused.
Not for the searching of Justin Francis. No, that wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Lantre, I mean. Lucy, intelligence and technology, please. This one won't be too difficult.
Okay, good. Fuck!
Perfect. That's fine.
Oh, well, okay, because I'm saying the beast. I'm like, ah! I don't want to destroy my laptop. It's my baby.
You find the name Justin Francis in a reference in a newspaper. He is currently being held in the Warnford Hospital, which is a mental health clinic. He has been diagnosed with schizophrenia and has been placed in the at-risk ward.
When was the date this was noted? Was this recent?
Yes, this was within the last 9 months.
Which hospital? I'm sorry, I did not catch the name of it. I apologize.
Warnford Hospital.
Warnford?
Warne Ford Hospital. All one word.
Okay, thank you. Okay. And so it'll show Patricia and Lantry what she's found from her search.
I think I'm going to give Violet a break as well, because she would have seen that on the screen and learned it just before the rest of you. So yeah.
I'm
going to count
peeping
that.
over your shoulder continuously.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
count that as the secret that you've learned.
So in that case, how would with Lucy trying the laptop and presenting it to Patricia, how exactly would she present that?
She would turn her in the laptop. She would turn around and put the whatever pro. She probably did it in Google, and she'd bring up the article to show her, and you'd see that it was done 9 months ago.
Let me double check her sheet. Something. Okay, that's where I was looking for something. Not as good as the poll as I'm used to, so I'm not gonna ask for that. Okay. But she'll look over it and then just has Violet made herself revisible again or no?
Pardon?
Is Violet still obfuscated?
Yeah, she won't just poof out of it too much. Or, like, too abruptly.
Yeah. So like just before Violet does that, with how skinny Patricia's eyes would have been, they would have very like with the scan kind of like come to like a slow stop to where you were obvious, like it was obvious she was looking at you. But like once you come to, she lets it stop and she just looks at you and goes, well, I mean, I'm good at what I'm good at. But my dear, sweet one, physical things aside, this is more to your realm than what it is my own. I would like updates, though. You are one of the few aware of those I have a direct line to. So, you feed me that information would not only be seen as a betrayal by outsiders, but those that I do have a line to would not see what I am able to present them that would put me in their shit, let us say.
Do you have a connection with this guy?
This guy, no. Storyteller remind me was I believe Lucy was there when she got the mark on her left palm and what that means. Okay, yeah, that's
She
what
wasn't
she's
sure.
referring.
She's misunderstanding you, thinking that you had a connection with the person directly. So she's just like, what, making.
He's just making because there's the rule that we have a Nosferatu in our coterie. Even with this being a packed car, expect there to be a Nosferatu unseen her, even with her obfuscate. So she's just being very blunt in what she's referring to where she's a direct line of communication to the inner circle of the Camarilla.
Is she asking this to Lucy, or is she asking this to...
She's mostly talking to Violet, but because
Okay.
of implications and everything, and that there is a Nosferatu and blah, 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 she's still being very careful about the implications of what she says, even in relative private.
Gotcha. All right. Because I'm looking at Lucy like, why would she give you updates? She has no problem with it. It's just she's confused. Much like my hair.
At least you've got hair.
Like I said, we can always send you one. We'll make it bright fuchsia. You'll be fine.
That would be so cute. Oh my god.
I know. It would go with this flushing. It will be perfect.
And if you get one that's like bleach blonde and everything, you can get this little thing called overtone. It's not actually a hair dye. It's just a hair mask with very deep pigment that's 100% vegan.
But wait, could we do it in like...
Wash it out. You can keep changing the wig.
But in the Princess Leia hairstyle, That would be
totally.
amazing.
We could have violet, purple, and pink. There you go. Well,
Dude, this one is neon yellow. You can get neon green. They have one other neon color I can't think of, but yeah, get yourself a platinum blonde wig and get yourself some overtone and have fun.
May the Vitae be with you. So Lucy will look to, because she knows that she only saw Patricia, herself, and Lantry come in. She's kind of just gonna look like she doesn't understand, but this is fine. She's gonna play it off as, sure, I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna try and see if I can find any extra records and try and hack it into the hospital.
I'll let you have that one for free. Because the Warmfoot is not very modern. And all their records and such are kept on these primitive things called paper and a filing cabinet.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
How droll.
Did you want to search for information on the ring? I will say
Yes.
that will be a very difficult task.
That's fine. It's not the
Okay.
first time I've gone against difficulty here. This is fine.
Am I able to help with my books now?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got my books, and I also have research and academics. Am I able to give her a +2, or is it only +1? I'm asking, how does that work? Am I
You will
for
only
future?
an
You can
assist is
only
always
give
+1.
Okay, thank you.
So intelligence, technology, with +1 modifier, please.
My rouse is still active intelligence, correct?
Nope.
Nope.
You got a rouse for each roll. Rouse is only good for one roll.
Okay, kids, guess what? I might get hungry. This is important. I love you all, though.
During that run.
Yes!
Oof.
Ah! Yes. All right, so we're going with 3 kids. Let's go. Come on, Mama needs a new pair of paratus. Ah, shit, 3. I'm gonna spend one more
Reroll the
willpower
threes.
and
3 threes.
Yeah. Can I reroll 3 threes?
Mm-hmm. All the
Perfect.
threes. But you can only re-roll the threes once. The 3 threes, that is. Just once.
Right. 3 threes, one time, making sure the 3s are rerolled.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Glad we're clear.
Oh, fuck. Goddamn. All right.
On the plus side, at least it wasn't a messy critical, because that would have been really bad.
Yes, this is true.
Lucy attempts to find any information regarding the ring. Unfortunately, her searches prove fruitless, and she is unable to find any extra information about it.
This damned ring.
Violet's
Um,
gonna get right next to Lantry and hop back up, and then put the bone knife right in front of him.
Yeah, basically Lantry's saying what he did triggered Patricia's action, so as Violet moves and does that, she'll not only go into her phone and delete the photo, go into the trash, delete it, but she'll give it to Lucy. Go. Take out the SIM card, give this a squeeze, and do your techno mumbo jumbo. We gotta erase our tracks.
No worries. Just put it into a bigger card to put into the laptop, pull up the pictures, and delete them.
Yeah, and she does want you to, tap into that little somber band and actually destroy her phone. She has a way to get other burners.
Okay.
Violet, what are you doing with the
Welcome
metal
back, there,
bone thing?
Violet.
I was showing Lentry what I found.
Oh, Violet, it's good to see you again. And Launcher's just going to give her a shoulder hug.
It's my bone.
So this is what you found back there. Can I see if I know anything about it?
Can we research it, please?
Yes. Yes. Intelligence, academics. This is a somewhat difficult task. I have a +1 modifier as well
For the research and
Violet's assisting you.
Okay, can I add another one for my specialty, research and academics?
Yes.
Cool, and I'm gonna blood surge. Ooh. So you said academics and what?
Intelligence.
So I have 3, 4, 5 modifier.
Oh, lovely.
Yes! Yes!
You proceed through your library, pulling out various books, following some sort of trail in a stupor of sorts, obsessed with finding the origin of this item. Eventually, something draws your attention under the Cult of Mithras entry. A member of the Cult of Mithras, the Heliodromus, as he was known, would hold a whip by tradition, and you recognize that this is a whip handle, with a human bone as part of the whip.
It seems it's always Mithras. And then I will share the information with the others that I just learned.
Chinky.
Yeah, just shaking her head, but she's just like, now, what I said at the beginning of this night does not hold even more prevalence now. See how quickly you learn when you learn to wait.
This ring must have something to do with Mithras too. Everything is Mithras. Just wish I knew what.
Well, what was Mithras' clan?
Then true.
And this Justin is a...
Adventure.
Wouldn't you think it'd be within the clan?
Yes, but why would that vase be left there? And she'll kind of tug out the chain again, lift up the cane. Before you came, a very curious Sedite, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves these nights, gifted these to me, confirmed they were of Mithras. Shortly after you joined, I opened my eyes more than what they would wanted to at that point in time, and I made connections that fell in line with that base. Mithras is the code of what they were, but why would things of the ether recognize those of Nosferatu in usurpers rather than those rightfully connected? The high one, their high one.
Well, what, you mind if I hypothesize for a moment?
Absolutely. No. Please.
I would think of it this way. Sometimes blood of clan also could be blood of the family that you make. And it may not be that they're intersected in the way that everyone would naturally conclude. And if this man has turned around and put his essence into certain objects, and these certain objects have been attuned to not the clan blood, but the blood of the person, because maybe at some point in their lives they were connected to him in one way, shape, or form. And he tried to keep those connections even after the death. Mithras was way older than any of us, eh?
Yes, and
He may or may not have had connections with both of them in life, in their life, not his.
not particularly through them, but possibly, if not their sires, grandsire, grand-grandsire. I
I mean,
myself,
it's possible.
cult doesn't dictate. I once met someone of the gangrel line that was a follower of Set. Things happen.
That, or they're trying to attune it to people to hide a secret. And why not hide a secret in plain sight and attune it to people that makes it question, and you can't put the puzzle together because you're so worried about the interconnected possibilities that you're not putting the puzzle together, and you're worried about everything else that's going on.
I might not be of Malkov, but there is one thing of business that I carry on even undead, and that is to have backups to your backups and contingencies to your plans and safe haven or not.
Always.
I hear you.
I think of it this way. I mean, why not connect yourself with a clan of secrets? And then connect themselves the clan of she's trying not to say usurpers. So she's the clan of magic to throw people off of what they're really trying to do. Because it makes them question exactly how is this person connected, instead of actually focusing on the piece and the puzzle that they're trying to put together and taking it for what it's worth. Hiding everything in plain sight. And she'll look right to Violet and go, usually it's the best way to hide secrets, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Patricia will give the ones like a once over, like a calculating once over to Lunchrain. I suppose if any would be prone to conspiracy theories that would knock them off their kilter, it would be of his ilk.
I mean, if Mithras didn't like him, he might as well hide it with them. Because what's the best way to hide a secret? Hide it with the enemy.
I cannot say I'm exactly familiar with those Mithras, considered I might be of the clan I am, child or 8 times removed from Cain. But most of the reason I chose this city was because, sure, he might remain in some fashion, but to what degree he might not. It's comfortable enough for those of my own and others to be here without having to worry about him at that full power.
And power be it. What were you going to say, Lantry?
Nothing.
I think the best way is to find out the connection with all the items. From the items, we can build up the story and the understanding of how it's all connected. and then from those items, bring forth the people that are connected to him and try to understand it. There's got to be a story to each of these.
Speaking of a story, dawn is rapidly approaching, and we have 2 places yet to investigate that might help us draw some connections.
Alright. Would you like to drive this time lantry?
Yes, I mean, yes, please. But before we go, I do have some of my herd here if anyone needs to feed. I doubt it'll work for Patricia, but you could see if one amongst them works, if anyone needs some food.
You can see, like, the Venture tight ass, it's like even more tight ass. Like the resting bitch face has evolved more into like bitch fucking try me mode. Yeah, she's a hunger 4, which means unspent willpower plus 130 humanity check. Difficulty 3. If Shiver wants to put me through that.
No, not for just that at Hunger 4. If you're at Hunger 5 and the mention of feeding, oh yes. Hunger 4, you're still, resting bitch face, ready to stab a bitch, yeah. But not Hunger Frenzy yet.
Evolving into fucking bring it. I'm fucking waiting for any opportunity. And to be fair, there's no blood, not even the kindred or bleeding or anything. I get you.
Actually, I would definitely take you up on that lantry. I'm a bit peakish.
Okay, I'll have it in the other room so that Patricia doesn't have a tough time with it. And yeah,
That's fine.
feed real quick.
Not only do I like to take care of these things, let us say discreetly, but I hold myself to much higher standard than this. And then she'll just step out of the vehicle at that. And just wait for Landry to come out and direct her to what the fuck ever she has to do, because it's his herd. And she's gonna give him that respect, even though she's just like internally.
Lantre, how many dots in herd do you have?
5.
It is now 4. Lucy,
Okay.
you now have 1 dot in herd.
Sorry.
Can I want to?
I mean, they gave me the dot, so it's okay.
Can I have a nibble too?
Oh, of course.
Reduce your herd by another 1. Violet, increase herd by 1.
Where's that? Where is that?
It's background. It's advantages and merits.
Woo.
And we'll have to see if I have any herd highborn enough for Lucy to be able to. I mean, Patricia to be able to use.
Not at 3 dots anymore.
Yeah, highborn doesn't come into feeding or anything.
Oh, okay.
This is
yeah,
the
what
Ventru
Patricia's talking
Bane.
about her feeding. Yeah. But she would actually although there's like that internal shit, she would still, there would be a part of her that would just like very straight, not a lot of words, just like cut the bullshit. Tell me about this person. Tell me about this person.
Would you like to
3
go
to 5 of them.
hunting while they're all having a nibble inside his library?
You know what? Concerning the Hunger for and how she got out, she wouldn't even deal with that. She'd be like, before he even Lantry got the opportunity to open the door, she'd be like, you know what? Fuck him. I think I know this area. I could find an adequate head bartender. Something like that.
Yeah. Do for me. I think given the time, we're going to say it's an automatic success that you find someone suitable. So do a feeding roll for me, please. Or predator roll, whichever you prefer to call it. But...
Yeah, because she's Sandman. She'd probably get like a bartender while they're on break. sneaking some shots to get that quick nap in, sort of situation. So would let me see, let me run a roll 20. Would you dictate that? And I forget what the exact Sandman is. My argument would be Dex and persuasion, if not investigation, to at least get in subsequently and
Oh
the
no,
unseen.
this is for the actual kiss itself. We're saying that you've found someone, no problem. But the actual
Got ya.
kiss, yeah.
Got ya. So I'll say she takes 2, and you being generous with not her having to make that roll. Go from 4 to 2.
Oh no, you
They
still
get
got to
in
do the
trouble.
feeding roll.
Oh, what feeding roll do you want me to make? I'm sorry.
What's your predator type?
Sandman.
Dexterity and stealth, please.
There we go. That's what I was asking about. Okay.
Yeah, because I was considering making you roll wits and streetwise to find someone, but I thought, nah, screw it. Let's just say you found someone and now you bite them.
Considering pull, and this is a feeding sit anyway, I'm going to rouse her dex, although she's at hunger 4.
Hunger 5.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Just gonna massacre the entire place now.
Oh my god.
And just come out and adjust the gloves. Oh, that's fine. Would you like to take 2 hunger, 3 hunger, or more?
Considering hunger 5 and the circumstances of the feed, I would like to take her down to 2. So taking 3.
Patricia manages to find a bartender on his break, smoking a cigarette in an alleyway. She is careful to sneak up behind him, extends all 4 of her fangs and sinks them deep into the man's flesh, extracting slightly more vitae than she usually does, as the man lets out an erotic sigh of pleasure. After she is done, she discards the corpse. The corpse? The body of the man, still living, as he collapses to the floor, unconscious. You may slake 3 hunger, but you take a humanity stain.
I didn't kill him, though.
No, if you killed him, it would have been 2 humanity stains. But you've sent him to hospital, and I'm assuming you're not going to call an ambulance or anything like that.
Camarilla, no, she's not going to draw that much attention.
So
I'll
you
do
take a
that.
humanity
Thank
stain.
you.
And make your way back to the vehicle, as Lucy, Violet, and Lantre, having also slaked 1 hunger each, make their way to the vehicle as well. And you decide which lead you would like to follow up on first.
I think the crazy guy will be pretty easy. I'll just use Truth of Blood. So we could do that quick. But that's up to you. Or we can go to the mound.
Do you mean the girl that skipped and talked about rabbits?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you mean the girl that skipped and talked about rabbits?
I must be missing something. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I mean, if she wants to talk to us, maybe we should listen. But it hurt my brain a little. I'm just saying, if we go to anywhere with crazy people, she might be there.
Oh, okay. Sure. I don't really know if I want to talk with her again.
I didn't feel very good with that person at all. Kind of reminded me of. How is she fascinating? If I could say anything, she's a bit of a.
An owl?
Oh, is this one of those cable things, like an owl cable? Owl 6 cable. Yes, I am learning. I am figuring this out. So you've got horsepower. You've got like 300 horsepower. We've got Cat 6 cable. You've got Dog 3 and Owl 5.
Are you really gonna go with that? Is that what you're gonna go for your final answer?
Well, we were talking about owls. It's the last animal we spoke about.
I mean, how else do you say in polite society that, you're going talking to a crazy person?
Oh, we're going to talk to an owl. And Lantry's gonna wink.
Or just a Malkavian?
That's it.
I don't like the Malkavians.
To be fair, moons are equated. Owls are equated to the moon. Moons are equated to wisdom. Due to where the fuck I grew up and just all the talk and talk and talk, I happen to know that the moon card of the tarot happens to be associated with mysteries, secrets, revelations. Should have been that. So, also considering that it was a seer of the court that. Fuck that. Fucking. Anyway, yeah. The gangrel should not be discarded as easily as everybody thinks they should be.
Lantry is just staring at Patricia now while he's like petting his llama that he got with. He's just like staring at her like, okay.
Yeah, she's grinding her teeth, like she's come back from her feet and everything, but like there's certain things that come up with, how she left her court in Tucson and who was prince at the time. It strikes some fucking chords, and she has to hold herself back.
I need to know what happened in America after I left. Well, except for, business and such. Are you okay?
No, I'm perfectly fine. It's just. When I left Tucson, Arizona, the one that was Prince of the Domain, granted, there's also a baron there who, of all clans, is an Assamite. But the prince that took that from my own sire is a gangrel. How often do you see a Camarilla ruler? Prince. That is a gangrel.
So you're saying that the prince was a gangrel?
When I left, as far as I know, he still is. I don't care about that place anymore, but yeah, when I left, he was Prince. And
Well, I'm
the thing
assuming this is grinding your gears.
because I can't understand it, but also there was shit that he did to my clan out of spite. And I get it. You become the ruler. You gotta give slights to who came before. And because I happen to be a child or the prince that he took it from. And granted, there are other things we can get into.
No. I understand now.
Strife.
I see the flow chart. I got it.
Mm.
Well, that sounds pretty bad. I'm sorry. However, think of it this way. You came here, you got yourself a title, you can turn around and eventually go back, and then you can wag your finger in his face because you're higher than him. 3.
Let us see
Damn!
this.
Tell me you wouldn't want to be trying to do that.
Oh, I would only go there if I am ordered to, in accordance with the station I have recently been given. No?
Oh, see? I totally see you going in back there and whacking your finger about, and then maybe slightly deposing him and then trying to put somebody else in his place that is better or suitable for it. Aye?
The Tower of the Moon wills it, I will lean into it. Until then.
That's fair. All I ask is for at least a nice portrait when it's done.
I'm pretty sure the Toreadors still saturate Oro Valley. I can get you in touch with them.
I mean, you're the one posing. I'm sure you'll be standing over a skinned rug.
Something of the sort.
Aye. Okay. What is his animal type? Wolf. They seem to be very,
Ow.
shall we say,
He has. His familiar is an eagle, a red-tailed hawk. I don't know. He calls her Regina. But there are multiple animal forms that he likes to take, and he tends to like to cycle through them, especially in combat, despite him being prince. I mean, granted, it's a desert area, but Gangrel, Camarilla, he likes being loosey-goosey with his power. So, again, if I get the opportunity to go there and I find that he is still prince, and with the title that you have reminded me of, I will lean into and what I have been given.
oh, I'm sure, you know.
to.
Oh, I'm sure. Because if you think of it this way, if he's loosey-goosey with all the information and the rules, how do we know that he's ready for the tower and not using it for his own benefit? And really, here's the question: is he loyal? Because if he's loyal, and he's using the title for his own means, then he's not really a prince. He's just an anarch in disguise.
It's funny what you say, loosey-goosey with his information. Information couriers, that tends to be a one-on-one thing. He likes to have them in groups sometimes and just like rattles off where they're supposed to go, who they're meeting. Or even when he's one-on-one, he doesn't, even with his Nosferatu primogen over his shoulder, he really doesn't give a rat's ass if people can see what's on his fucking laptop.
That pauses Lucy to make sure that she closes and turns off her laptop.
So, looking at my notes, there we go, that's the way to say it.
Sorry.
I think it's best to call it here, because otherwise we're going to have to end it in the middle of a scene, and that's always a bit weird. So is there any last minute things anyone wants to do before they head to their haven?
With everything that's been going on, Lucy will give a report of what she thinks so far of everyone. Leave it where she's told to, so the inner circle has an idea of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, Patricia will take that, and then when she's dropped off to whatever hotel she's currently staying at, because Fincher particular reasons, she would take her heels off, and when she takes her heels off, you can see even under her very 80s trousers, she still has like the dark stockings on. She'll just like hand them to Lucy and just not even say anything, because she'll know she'll get whatever's coming to her when she'll get it. She understands Italian on old fashion and crafted.
Lucy will put a email to Donatella Bertacci using her own family connections down in Milan. And she'll get her a pair of brand new boots, the whatever size that she has. And then she's going to ask if they can make her a purely leather, very, very tough leather bat doll for Violet.
Nice.
Durable in the durable to stay in the sewers and underwater and in rough circumstances.
Violet's
Excellent.
also gonna stay with Luntry in his haven tonight, just cause.
Fun
And
fact for you:
when-
this library picture was originally used for Beckett's library because he has a library in Oxford.
It's a beautiful picture.
It is.
Like, holy smoke. Well, when we go inside, and bid goodnight to Lucy and Patricia, or good morning, I guess, Lantry will just take off his cloak and straighten his back from his usual stooped demeanor, and then he'll give a smile to Violet that's not the crazy creepy smile that he puts on for everyone, and just go sit down at the table and start writing something.
Violet would just go into the books and just have a read like she normally does. Like if they stay together, that's probably the normal routine.
You've probably got like an entire bookshelf of Where's Wally books just for this occasion.
Obviously, because that's all I want.
That's all anyone wants. Where's Wally? Where the fuck is
Right?
Wally? Lucy,
That's great.
who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi! I'm Judy Von Esch. Yes, I do things. I am on the internet. I do things on Twitch, and I'm around. Find me on Twitter and talk to me there. It's usually the best way. And I will answer questions at times.
Violet,
Yes, Sargon, definitely.
who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Dark Scarlet.
Hi.
You can find me and check these out. Team, we play mostly D&D on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I play Lamia in Sea Shanties by Night with the Law by Night podcast guy. So come and say hi and either or, and that'll be cool.
I believe Check These Out doing an art competition at the moment, aren't they?
Oh no, we are taking in any kind of art submissions so we can showcase during our breaks. And you just gotta go onto our Discord and show it off there, and we will put you and we will put your name and where to find you, just to share the love and stuff like that.
Very nice. Patricia, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Yes, hi, I am Aster D. Cajun Nights, of which I am a storyteller, of which Judy motivates. It's play by post. We have opportunities to where you can come in every month. There's multiple storytellers and games you can sign up for. They're live in Discord. They're not streamed anywhere or recorded, anything like that. I'm also an affiliate for Level Up Dice. So even if you just want to kind of like browse and drool over the pretties, especially being someone who's a witch and loves crystals and everything like that, absolutely take every opportunity you can to drool. Even just window shopping following my Divine Advantage link gives me some opportunities to things. Speaking of opportunities, next month through Play Cancer Away, every month they partner with a charity that's cancer focused, and for the month of October they are focusing on stand up to cancer. So I will be playing October 20th. I don't recall the time right now at this point, but I will be in a D&D one-shot. Information will be coming about that. During the month, there's also going to be some just new kind of indie RPGs that are actually ran by the creators. So I'm going to be tying in a giveaway that ties in with my Etsy, and it's a raffle. And the thing that I will be giving away will likely be revealed during a very indie sort of premiere of a witchy TTRPG. So just stay tuned to my Twitter diviner_Astrid, and just stay updated. I like to post tarot. Publicly, I'm focused on with tarot right now with LA by Night. It's just something I've been doing from the jump. So yeah, that's it
Very cool.
for now.
Lantre doesn't like it when I give him a shout out, so that's where you can find him over here. There, he does streaming of a variety of games. He hates self-promoting himself, so I'm going to say all about him. You should tune into his Twitch channel when he does stream, because he's just lovely and an absolute treasure, and we're glad he's here, aren't we?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Check out our links down below for our Twitter, Discord. Once we hit 400 followers, we'll be doing a play-by-post area, so, slowly let people come because we're still prepping for it. We've got a shitload of games happening in the last week of October that might well kill me.
It'll be a good death.
It'll be a death.
October 26th, there's going to be a Wraith game. I am one of the cast members. It will be a one-shot.
Yep, and I've never played Wraith before, and it's going to kill me. Which is ironic for
I'm
Wraith.
not even halfway through the book, Brett. It's fine. It's fine. I figured out where I need to stop for player and not storyteller reasons. It's fine. It's not like I'm a slow reader or anything.
She says
I'm
with
just
like a
gonna be
billion
like-
books behind her.
And even more that you can't see.
So tune in for that last week of October. Oxford by Night will be back in 2 weeks' time, which is the 15th in your Western time zone, 16th over here in my part of the world, and probably JJ's. Sandra should be back for that. Touch wood. And yes, you're having a special Halloween game during the last week of October, which is going to be
I
interesting.
seriously miss our Gangrel girl. I'm looking forward to the next game. Thank you. Thank you for being our storyteller.
It's not killing me.
He says as he slowly dies.
That's because we're the ones killing you. It's fine.
I
You come
mean,
into
we-
this trying to kill us, and we're the one doing it to you. You're welcome.
If we can break you once a session, we've done our job.
And this week it was, an owl? We'll go raiding on Carrion Comfort Studios, who are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Never heard of it. Must be some indie thing.
It has to
But
be.
we can't go until Violet says the line.
Bye.